Guys, get ready because the best mid-range smartphone that you can buy right now in 2025 is here. Welcome to the all-new Redmi Note 14. Yeah, this phone right here. The Redmi Note 14 is one of Xiaomi's addition to its budget-friendly smartphones. It offers an impressive mix of features at an affordable price with a few downsides. I'll cover everything that you need to know to help you decide if this phone is the right choice for you. So let's get started and explore what the Redmi Note 14 has to offer. Now, before we dive into the review, let's quickly see what's in the box. The first thing you see is an envelope that has a SIM ejector tool, an instruction manual, and a black case that fits the device perfectly well. It's great to have a case included to protect the device. Next, you find the device itself. It looks just as beautiful as the previous version, even though they look slightly apart. It has a sleek and stylish design that feels premium. Then we have a 33-watt charger, which is powerful enough to charge this device quickly, and a USB Type-C cable. Everything in the box is neatly packed, and I appreciate the fact that it includes all the essential items you need to get started. Great, right? Now, back to the device. The Redmi Note 14 comes in 4 stunning colors: midnight black, mist purple, ocean blue, and lime green. My unit here is the ocean blue, which looks sleek and modern. The design of the Redmi Note 14 is quite impressive, featuring a matte glass back that doesn't attract fingerprints. Can you hear that? Yeah. In return, it helps to keep the device looking clean at all times. In terms of weight and size, the Redmi Note 14 is slim and lightweight. It's weighing around 196 grams. This makes it comfortable to hold and easy to carry in your pocket. Looking at the overall design, the Redmi Note 14 doesn't stray too far away from its predecessor. The front of the device is protected by a Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which helps prevent scratches and minor drops. This added protection makes it a little more durable compared to what others are offering in the same price range. So you don't have to worry too much about screen damage during everyday use. Additionally, the Redmi Note 14 has an IP54 ratings, which means it offers some level of resistance against dust and water splashes. While it is not fully waterproof, it can handle light water exposure like accidental spills or rain without damaging the phone. All in all, the Redmi Note 14 has a stylish and practical design. It's a budget-friendly phone that doesn't compromise on looks and durability. Let me know what you think about this design in the comment section below. For the external features, we have 2 microphones, one on top and one at the bottom, and the popular IR blaster. In regards to the IR blaster, this can be found on top of the device, in between the speakers and the microphone. Then on the right side of the device is where we have the power button and the volume rocker keys. This device comes with a dual speaker setup, one on top and one at the bottom. And still at the bottom, we have a USB Type-C charging port and a hybrid SIM card tray. Hybrid in the sense that you can choose between inserting 2 SIM cards or a SIM card and a memory card. Now, moving on to the back of the Redmi Note 14, we have a triple camera setup. We have a 108 megapixels main camera, a 2 megapixels depth sensor, and a 2 megapixels macro camera, and the flashlight. Then on the front of the device, we have a 20 megapixel selfie camera. The fingerprint sensor is under the display, and compared to its predecessor, that is a welcome change. And if you remember, the Redmi Note 13 had a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. On this device, I actually love the one on here. It is very fast and responsive 90% of the time. The display on the Redmi Note 14 is a bit of letdown for me. I don't really like the extra thick bezel that surrounds the whole display. It makes its predecessor seem a bit more appealing, which is not supposed to be so. I don't want to sound like I don't like the display on this device because I actually like it a lot. I like how sharp and bright it is. I don't just like the extra thick bezels that surrounds the whole display. Now, the display is a 6.67 inches AMOLED that supports DCI-P3 color gamut and up to 1800 nits of peak brightness. That's a massive improvement on screen brightness coming from its predecessor. It has a 120Hz refresh rate that ensures smooth scrolling and general responsiveness. Watching videos on this device look fantastic. With that level of screen brightness, you'll be very comfortable using this device both indoors and outdoors. The Redmi Note 14 is powered by a MediaTek Helio G99 Ultra that can handle multitasking, gaming, and daily tasks with ease. It has 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. General performance is okay and fast. Launching apps and web browsing on this smartphone is okay. Doing most basic things feels responsive and smooth. As usual, I played Call of Duty Mobile and the gameplay runs smoothly at medium graphic settings and high frame rates. As you can see from the synthetic benchmark scores right here, it tells you that this device is not really a powerhouse. So if you want this device to be your gaming smartphone, you may get a little disappointed in some games. However, games that played well were amazing thanks to the dual stereo speakers, making the gameplay very enjoyable. It is loud and clear. You can feel the vibrations from the speakers and the experience is just wonderful. Now let's talk about the software. The Redmi Note 14 comes with Xiaomi HyperOS 1.0 on top of Android 14. It offers a customizable and feature-packed software experience. It also comes with a lot of AI features like Google Gemini, which is quite interesting. You can use it for a quick image search. It brings a range of features including floating windows for multitasking, game turbo mode that enhances your gaming experience, making it enjoyable on this device, and a heart rate feature that can measure your heart rate in real time using the optical fingerprint scanner. Now, those are the good stuff about the software. So what about the things that I don't like? Well, I hate to report that the ads on this device are very intrusive. A simple thing like the wallpaper app will show you ads. Let's say you want to change the wallpaper on this phone, an ad will pop up. Most pre-installed apps will show you ads as well, and this can sometimes become very annoying. Okay, enough of all that rant. Let's move on to another good stuff about this phone, which is the camera. Like I said initially, we have a triple camera setup on this device. A 108 megapixels main camera, a 2 megapixels depth sensor, and a 2 megapixels macro lens. The main camera takes clear and detailed photos during the day. I noticed that in good lighting condition, the camera delivers an excellent result. For the price, I actually appreciate what this device is pushing out. I like the portrait images as well, and I like how it handles dynamic range. For selfie, the 20 megapixels camera captures bright and sharp photos, but with a lot of inconsistencies. Some images will look good while some will appear overexposed. I'm sure this can be fixed through a software update. And Redmi, if you're watching, kindly do something about it. Now, for videos, it is sad to report that this cannot shoot 4K. You can only shoot 1080p. Just take a look. Alright, so this is the front-facing camera of the Redmi Note 14 shooting in 1080p, 30 frames per second. What do you guys think of the video quality right here and the audio quality? Remember I told you this phone comes with two microphones, one on top and one at the bottom. So how does it sound? Let me know in the comment section below. The video quality, it's not that bad, even though it's just 1080p. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, let's talk about battery life. The Redmi Note 14 comes with a 5500 mAh, and if you compare that to the Redmi Note 13 from last year, that's like a 3% jump in battery capacity, meaning more battery power. So if you're a casual user or an average user, this can last a day and a half. Now let me reiterate that. If battery is your main concern, be rest assured that this device will always deliver. Most times you can get up to 8 hours of screen on time. And if you're a gamer, the battery is well optimized for gaming too. While gaming, it used up to 18% of the battery during 90 minutes of intensive play, which is not bad. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Redmi Note 14 comes with a 33-watt fast charger, and during my test, it took about 1 hour and 25 minutes to charge this device from 0 to 100%, which isn't bad. Now, before we call it a day, let's talk about the price. Currently, the Redmi Note 14 costs about $200. If you convert that amount to Naira with the current exchange rate, that will be about 330,000 Naira for the 8GB RAM and 256GB of internal storage. If you ask me, I'll say that price is very affordable for a device like this. I feel like the Redmi Note 14 is a great option for those that want a phone that looks premium, performs well, and has a decent camera at an affordable price. It's a bit easy to overlook its downside when considering every other thing this device has to offer. So if you're looking for a budget phone that doesn't compromise so much on features, the Redmi Note 14 should be one of your best bets. So guys, that's my review of the Redmi Note 14. If you have any opinion, drop them in the comment section below. Secondly, if you enjoyed watching this video, kindly give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the very next one. Bye bye.